What a difference a day makes, as yesterday the internet just about broke in the real estate industry as it was reported that a deal was imminent for Compass to buy one of the biggest real estate companies in the industry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. And now the information is coming out and the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Gino Blefari, is coming out and saying that we are not for sale. And many of you think that means that the information yesterday was misinformation, but I don't think that's true at all. And let me explain why. When that report first came out, Gino came out with a message to their network and let them know that this story was published by the Wall Street Journal. They had no chance to actually respond to it or do anything like that. And they let them know that there was no agreement in place. And more importantly, they said, we will provide further information as it becomes available, which is a very interesting thing to say when there's been no discussions. Then today, many people are saying that it was all misinformation. It's not true because Gino released another statement to the network and let them know that they are not for sale, that there are no discussions, they're not contemplating anything, and there's nothing else in here saying anything about we'll provide comments or we'll provide more information as it becomes available, which is something you say when you are actually in the process. They're now saying they're not for sale, nothing's happening, which is an interesting turn. And then in the middle of the night, Stefan Swanepoel, one of the most respected people in our industry, said that obviously nobody wants misinformation, but did say that he had reached out, that his team had reached out to both Gino and somebody else from Berkshire Hathaway this past week, giving them all sorts of notice that this story was going to run and that, what kind of response do you have, anything? And they were completely ignored, which, by the way, you don't ignore stories about your company being purchased by a rival company if it's not true or there is some truth to it. What you do with that is that you ignore it and you let the pieces fall where they may. So here's my take on this. I think this was 100% happening. I had heard about this. Other industry insiders had heard about this prior to it being leaked by the Wall Street Journal. And if you just go look at the statements that were made, they say very clearly that there are no more negotiations, but they never say we were not in negotiations. I think they were at the final stages. I think that somebody leaked it and somebody ruined that deal. And whether you think that was good for the industry or not, that is up for you to decide. But I think it 100% was happening. What do you guys think?